But so hop in, let us know, and we're gonna get right into it with Mashle, episode 3, Mash Burndead and the Baleful Bully.
Oh yeah.
Mash continues to cheat his way through classes at the Magic Academy. Cheat is a strong word. His magic is muscles.
That's cheating, bro. You're supposed to be using magic. That's straight up cheating.
This cheating catches the eye of a very privileged douchebaggy student who begins to take advantage of him. Mash catches on eventually and shakes up the power balance. So I guess to get started, what'd you guys think of this episode?
I thought it was pretty me personally, I thought it was the best one yet. It done the comedy very well. I laughed like quite a bit in the show. But it actually has some serious moments too. Well, kind of serious moments. This show doesn't really get serious, I don't think.
No, not really. It's pretty comedy heavy.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was really good as well. We got some real conflict. Mash had to get a little serious. And to this point, he's really just been fooling everybody outside of the first episode where they got a little serious. So it's good for him to get back to that. And I think we're learning a little bit more about Mash's personality, which is, I think, is really cool. We kind of figuring out he's a little headstrong and he'll do what needs to be done. I'd say.
Definitely. I think one of the first things that really just lets us in on Mash's personality is how oblivious he is. So he's going to class to learn how to fly on a broom. And instead of buying a broom, he literally buys a tree root.
The old burdock root. Yeah, no, he's an idiot. And his roommate Finn is just like, what did you just say to me, man? You thought that was a broomstick? That's a root, bro. What is up with you? So,
hey, man.
Yeah,
same.
He's pretty silly.
Hey, Finn's probably over here just like, how this dude even get in this school, bro?
100%.
I've been watching the show, and I'm not too sure myself.
I'm not either.
But so Finn is nice enough to let our boy Mash here borrow a broom for this class. And getting into that, so basically, Magicless Mash over here has no business trying to fly a broomstick. So he's trying to make it fly into his hand. He's saying the spell, and he's like, of course, this isn't going to work. And
but he's tried anyways, though. It was so funny to me.
Yeah, he tried it first until he got a little creative, which I didn't expect him to even do that. Maybe he thinks just being around people with magic, maybe he can conjure up something or somebody
maybe
will
it
help
just clicks one day or something. I don't know, man.
Hey, he'd be OP if it did though, for real.
It's just him being oblivious, man. But,
I think so. Yeah, that's right.
So while he's doing this, I can't remember his name. Is that Farman? Oh no, that's the VP.
Yeah.
Well, one of the, we'll get to him later, but one of this dude's little cronies basically comes up and starts giving Mash some shit. Like, oh, you can't even pick up a broomstick, bro? And then Mash decides just to like ground stomp.
It's so stupid.
At full power, and the broom goes up into his hand, and then he says the spell, and the dude's like, that's not how it works. You can't do that. Like, you said the spell after you got the broom in your hand. Like, what the fuck?
One thing I didn't realize was that it would be so obvious that he's not using magic throughout the show. I thought he was going to be a little bit smarter, and I thought he was going to find like creative ways to really actually hide it. But I think all his classmates, the teachers, even the Grandmaster, like really know that he has no magic whatsoever. He's just a good guy.
Just a freaking strong boy, dude.
Yes, with a heart of gold.
So after he, quote unquote, magically picks up this broomstick, the teacher announces that they're going to be doing races. And this was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in like an anime, period. Like, I was absolutely cracking up with this. So the crony basically challenges into a race. He's like, this kid doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to kick his ass. So we get to the... Oh, go for it.
Yeah, I was like, and the crony, I don't think they actually ever say his name. I was looking for it in the subtitles when I was watching. But he's been flying broom since he's been in like early middle school, like as a little kid. And he's like, this guy doesn't even know how to lift a fucking broom. I got him. Like, he's washed, bro. So go ahead, Dan. I tried to interject with that. Yeah.
No, you're good, man. So this crony challenges into a race. So him and Mash line up. The teacher says, ready, set, go. And just in a flash, Mash is in the other side of this. Like, nobody has any idea what's going on. The teacher's like, holy shit, this is a new world Guinness World Book of Records right here. Like, this kid is insane on the broom. And then it goes over to our boy Finn, who's like, Mash threw the broomstick and then jumped on it. It rode his momentum to the finish line because he's just that strong.
I'm just wondering, like, is that actually even possible to do? Like, once he got the weight on it, like, you would think it would just drop, bro.
Well, it's basically he was just continuing his jump and just grabbed the broomstick. So his momentum is still going. So physics-wise, it does kind of make sense. As ludicrous as it is, physics-wise, it does make a little sense.
Stupid. I don't know if physics-wise it does make sense, because how do you throw something and then jump on it?
Especially going at that speed, though. Like,
right? No, until we got to see it through Finn's like POV, like you couldn't even. It was a blink, like it was literally like a snap, and he was done. Because I was wondering, like, how is he gonna pull this off? I keep having to wonder that, and he just keeps showing up with something else. It's just dumber and dumber and dumber.
That's the thing, though, is like we're saying it's dumber and dumber, but actually, it is just so incredibly smart how he's bullshitting his way through everything. You know, like, because the normal person wouldn't think I'm gonna throw a broomstick, then fucking jump, grab it, and fly through the air.
When you got those mash muscles, though,
a normal person ain't benching out 20,000 reps before breakfast. So
big swole.
True. Yeah, let's spitted 500 pounds around his knuckles while he does squats.
This man's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, I didn't really expect that. Like he said, you can't really even tell what happened, and it was just over before you knew it. And I got to give it to like the creators though, the mangaka. Like, he comes up with some creative shit to get Mash through these obstacles.
Honestly, big brain stuff.
Yeah, it's top notch.
Yeah, and then I guess like after that, the crony gets pulled aside by. We later learn his name's Floyd Cavill, and Floyd is like, you had one job, you couldn't even beat him in a broomstick race, and just dogs on this man, beats him up, his fist gets bloodied, and then I forget what happens immediately after that.
Well, that's when he, at the end of class, he approaches Mash, right?
Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, he approaches Mash, kind of tries to intimidate him a little bit, and and he like invites him to hang out after school, right? He's like, "Hey, you're a cool guy.
Yeah.
Why don't you come meet me here after school, man? Let's talk. I think you're a funny dude." Little do we know at that time that Lloyd's a freaking menace, man. And you're right. That's when we see him like beat up the little crony. And the guy's pleading for his freaking life. I think he actually like sews his mouth shut so he can't talk and yell while he's doing this.
With magic, dude.
Oh my God, bro. It was a lot.
But then one of the best parts is right after that, it's when Mash is supposed to go meet Lloyd, and he just completely blanks on this, and he's up cooking some good old cream puffs in the kitchen.
Always with the cream puffs, bro.
He's got a 2-track mind: divine, visionary, and cream puff.
I wonder how he stays so swole just eating cream puffs, though. Like, I feel like he needs more protein.
I think, dude, he's probably got the protein powder in the mix, man.
Yeah.
Protein cream puffs.
Hey, he's drinking some milk, bro. You got that milk, I guess. I don't know.
All right, guys, I have $1 million idea right here.
Okay.
We go to Japan and we start a line of protein-filled cream puffs, and we just throw Mash's face on the box.
Okay.
We're rich.
Wait.
We'll be
there might
rich
be
by
somebody
next
already
week.
doing this, though.
I guarantee there is, dude. They have to at this point.
Oh, I'd be selling cream puffs off this shit. Shit.
Cream puffs and doors, bro. Get them both at the same spot. Come on now.
So you pull your door off the hinges daily? Well, do I have a product for you? It's called New Door.
Now that I think about it, there was no door joke this episode. And I'm a little disappointed by that.
He opened the door correctly for once. He must remember how this one works in his dorm room.
That's kind of bullshit.
Did he actually open a door? I didn't even see him open the door.
There was one scene where he opened a door, I think.
He's learning, unfortunately.
Hey, he's learning something at least, man. He's learning something.
Yeah, so we end up learning that everybody at the school is afraid of Lloyd. And the reason being he's the son of a high-ranking member at the Bureau of Magic. They like rule the realm or whatever. That's where all the divine visionaries go to work, and that's what the school's for. They provide them with employees. We found out during this episode. And so what happens is Lloyd starts trying to mess with Mash's life. He doesn't show up after school. He has a target on his back. He's becoming a little bit more popular. And Lloyd tricks him and says, "Hey, I can put in a good word for you so you can become a divine visionary. My dad's a very powerful man." And Mash ends up being a lackey for what seems like a long time. He's like cleaning up after the guy, taking his books from class to class, him and his cronies. And he's really just humiliating Mash. And then we kind of start to figure out that Mash's textbooks keep getting destroyed mysteriously. Tyler, did you want to talk a little bit about that? Or
Did anybody actually guess what was actually happening? Who was actually doing that before it showed?
No, I 100% thought it was Lloyd somehow, but I didn't think
Yeah.
like the way that they did it was kind of surprising, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
I did not think it was the case. So yeah, Finn ends up doing it, and
Yeah.
really, it's because of the intimidation from Lloyd. Because the power that his father has, being at the Bureau of Magic, he can get people kicked out of school. So I think even like the teachers and definitely the other students are very, very afraid of him for that reason.
Yeah, it
Well,
definitely. I mean, Lloyd is BFFs with the VP of the school,
yeah.
so
That is right.
He got
you
him in
know,
his pockets.
He's a
got
lackey too. That's crazy. All the way up
got
the
a
ladder.
got a lot of power, man. But
Hmm.
so it shows up later after Mash has been kind of, carrying textbooks and all this kind of stuff that during this whole thing, he basically says like, "I'm really lucky to have a great friend like you, Finn," because he asked Finn to borrow his book during class because he doesn't have one because it's been torched. And at this point, Finn realizes like how much of a shitty person he's been, and he goes to confront Lloyd and basically be like, "Hey, man, I can't do this anymore. Like Mash is too good of a guy. I gotta stop." And that proceeds to lead to Lloyd, beating the shit out of Finn, basically, like
Shit
using
was
some
tragic too.
crazy magic to tie him down and make him start bowing and smashing his head on the ground. Super fucked up. But Mash sees this happen, and Mash goes, mash on him.
He throws his head into the fucking concrete.
And then his magic just swolled up and basically knocked him the fuck out by just leveling him onto the ground, which was awesome.
I was kind of surprised that Mash got that violent so fast. Like I thought he was gonna handle it a little bit different way, but apparently not. This
Yeah.
man, he's just out for blood, I guess.
Uh, yeah, that's what I meant earlier when I said we're learning a little bit about his personality.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I thought he wanted to at least talk it over beforehand, before just grabbing his hair and throwing his face into the ground. But now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense. Like Mash is not a talker. Like,
No,
or do we think he's gonna try to mediate something? He knows one thing, and that's muscles. So
Yeah.
he handles that, and then the VP actually comes along and is like, "I will kick you out of this fucking school so fast it'll make your head spin." And Mash starts burying him in the hallway. It's so funny. He's like, "Oh, you want to kick me out? Well, remember, I can always just bury you." And it gets super dark, man. It's hilarious though.
it was absolutely insane. It just shows Mash with his like hands digging through concrete blocks in the floor and then putting the VP in the ground and just starts throwing dirt on top of him. And it's one of the most ridiculous things you'll ever see happen ever.
And what's crazy is that he says like if my body gets chopped up to pieces, it doesn't matter. I'll crawl to you and I'll bury you after I get to you. Like that's wild.
Oh yeah,
100%,
yeah.
man.
Mash is taking no shit, and I really respect that. And he's been consistent with that the whole show so far. Even from the headmaster, everybody. He's not he's talking his talk the whole time. I really enjoy that out of him.
Hey,
He
man,
keeps it a buck.
don't fuck with a country bumpkin, dude.
Can't.
You
Especially
can't.
not him.
So
But
after,
go
go
ahead.
for it.
I was going to
just-
ask you guys is you guys think that's going to be a problem for him down the line? Because I assume he's going to meet more powerful people later as the show goes on. You think you think he could get in trouble off that?
Well, so I was going to say, so he gets called in front of the headmaster for doing this, and the headmaster basically, he has like an expulsion form in his hand, and he's like, I fucking like you, kid, and just burns it. I'll take care of the paperwork. You're staying in school. Do your best.
And do y'all think that's gonna have like any repercussions on the president or like MASH or the school, like in the future, like going up against the bureau like that?
Oh, I think we're going to probably see it in the next couple of episodes.
Yeah.
I don't like the headmaster was saying, like the people that kind of like run the country or the world right now are very how would you put it?
Authoritative.
Authoritative, concerned
Yeah.
about themselves. A lot of nepotism going on, as we can see with Lloyd and his father. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of problems from that. But you know, the Grandmaster, Headmaster, whatever his name is very powerful himself, and I think he's going to try to protect Mash as much as possible. But I think it's Mash's way of doing business is going to get him in trouble at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's going to come up against somebody that he can't just beat. You know, it's going to happen.
Oh yeah. So, another thing that I wanted to ask you guys, now that we know that the academy that Mash is at furnishes, you know, the Bureau of Magic with divine visionaries to work there as employees, how do you think this plays into what Brad Coleman is making Mash do in becoming a divine visionary? Does this change what you guys see his motivations are?
Well, I was going to say, I think old Brad's end goal here is just get his job back at the Magic Bureau. By putting Mash in charge, he can get his job back, and then he can go live the good life again and not just be a street cop. He can go back to being a very powerful man and having all the perks of that, you know?
That's true. He can get back to his glory days, running off dragons and whatnot. It's a very good point.
Yeah, if he actually ever did that.
Facts. He couldn't even beat Mash. Cool.
But do y'all think this is like a alternate anime version of Harry Potter though? Does it bring you those kind of vibes?
I mean, you're definitely getting massive Harry Potter vibes from this. You're also getting massive One Punch Man vibes. Like,
yeah, I'm getting some Saitama vibes. I can't speak on Harry Potter, but yeah, I can see some One Punch Man vibes here for sure.
It's kind of like a brainchild of those two, you know, shows or movies, shows, books, whatever you want to call it. And I'm really enjoying it. You know, it's been really fun so far. This has probably been the most fun anime of the season, in my opinion.
Oh
It's
yeah,
definitely
I've been
been
having
funny.
a good time. And at the very end, it looks like they're about to play some freaking Quidditch.
Yeah. So before we move on, I just want to go to that. The fact that Mash gets recruited to the Quidditch team, whatever they're calling it in this, is ludicrous because the man can't even fly a broom, and the episode ends with him just standing on the ground while he's flying around, and people just start throwing trash at him like, if you don't want to be here, bro, get off the fucking field. And I know the next episode is just going to start with him jumping in the air ludicrously and saving a shot or something like that, or like punching somebody in the face, taking down the other team's captain. I have no idea, but it's going to be hilarious when it happens.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for it. This will be my intro to Quidditch, so
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, it will be. I know what like Quidditch is just because Harry Potter is like it's so big, but yeah, I've never seen the movie, so it's gonna be my intro.
I feel like you just got to sit down and watch Harry Potter, man.
Oh man, I at this point, I don't really want to, but maybe Mash will get me into it.
Gonna have to have another bet. Bass needs to watch Harry Potter,
Oh hell,
and I don't know what else we'll do, but
speaking of which, we still got to make Tyler watch a very terrible anime. So guys, join our Discord and give us your best. Well, really, I guess, worst recommendation for an anime. We got to make Tyler watch it.
best worst anime.
Yes.
3 to 4 episodes of it. You know, I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a movie would be good. You know, nice 2 hours. 2 hours of his life he'll never get back.
Love that. Love that.